Get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. From the gun, Murray. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Murray looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. The 30, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on second down. Murray on the move to his left. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Alert 3. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray on the left side, a catch by White. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Murray flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work out a little bit more.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Murray. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on second down. Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is TJ Logan to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gone! 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And it's incomplete. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The effort. Going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
3-19! 3-19!
Operating from the gun. Murray. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Come on, let's go! What?
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hurry up,
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now a handoff. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
To throw on second down, Murray. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Cardinals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and forever.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 36 yards.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. In for the score. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray over the middle, complete. It's Butler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and 10, Murray buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on 2nd down, Murray. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
319. 319.
Operating from the gun. Murray. Johnson jostles free. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Murray dumping it off for Johnson. Powering his way forward. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Set. 319. 319.
From the gun, Murray being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Evades him at the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.